Well, our local boxing champ, Willie Monroe Jr., has just returned to Rochester with yet another belt, and he's ready to celebrate this victory with the community. Willie and his wife, Brittney, an entrepreneur, are a dynamic duo. They're role models for Rochester's young people, and we're excited to have them on today. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Willie, you have a great story. You're one of our hometown heroes. You attended Rochester City Schools. Tell us about your early years and how long have you been boxing?
I've been boxing pretty much all my life. I come from a fighting family. I went to number 2 school for elementary school, and then Madison for middle school. Then I graduated from School of the Arts.
Okay.
And I grew up on Bartlett Street. 79 Bartlett and Jefferson, that area.
Yeah.
So.
And you've been fighting since as long as you could remember?
As long as I can remember, but officially became a boxer at the age of 6. That's when I officially stepped into a gym, sparred with other kids, and actually had a boxing match.
And tell us about the legacy of your family, your uncle, grandfather, others, boxers.
Yeah, I come from a fighting family, all the way from my great-grandfather to all of my uncles, my grandfather. My uncle that took it the furthest was my uncle Willie the Worm. And he was the first person to beat Marvin Hagler. He was a great middleweight who fought out of Philly. Wasn't originally from Philly, but in the 70s, Philly was that spot when he migrated to Philly and became one of the great middleweights out of Philly. And then my father, whose also name is Willie Monroe, my grandfather named him after his brother that he taught how to box. And then I'm named after my dad, so.
And Brittney, you're attending most of the fights. You guys have a wonderful, beautiful, small family, young kids, but clearly it's important to bring the kids along and see Dad. Why is family so important to you?
Oh, family it's very important to us. The kids, they love going to his fights. If you listen to the fights, they're probably the loudest in the audience. But I mean, he's their role model, as he is with so many other kids. It's just someone for them to look up to that's in the home, which is very important.
Right. And so win or lose, it seems that, you know, Rochester always shows up big for you. You've the welcoming party at the airport, the Willie Monroe Jr. Day at City Hall. What does that mean to you?
It means that I'm touching different individuals with the gift that God has given me, and that's what I've always wanted to do. You know, I mean, I think that should be first priority with your gift, and I'm just happy that my city supports me. You know, we have a great city. You know, I've seen. You know, I tell people all the time I've traveled the world, and I've literally seen the highest levels of talent and work in my own city. So even though I've traveled the world, I'm more excited to come back home to my own city and see my own people.
And Brittney, you've also launched your own business just in the last year. How's that going? And tell us about that. What do you do? It's quite a contrast from what Willie does.
Honestly, my business was started because Will was gone. He was gone away at a training camp, I believe it was 6 or 8 weeks, and I was home. I was pregnant with my son, and I was sitting at home like, what am I gonna do? So I started watching YouTube videos and tutorials online, and I just started practicing. Initially, my business started with crocheting, but I'm expanding into sewing and designing clothes as well. Okay,
and you brought some stuff to show. You've gotten quite good over the years.
This would be like a baby set. A lot of women for like their newborn pictures. They'll take the pictures at the hospital with the.
This is a little mermaid.
With the mermaid, and then it comes with the little top.
That is adorable.
And then a headband as well.
And you sew as well.
I do.
And so I've seen the whole family sets, matching gear.
Matching
brought
shirts.
Some of that.
She designs everything.
It's beautiful.
For the fights, we usually, no, when you see the clothes for the fights, I've designed them and made them that the children and I wear. And then these are the shirts that I've been making. These are really popular, the dashiki shirts. And they come in different colors.
And you've actually been teaching others how to do this too as well.
I have. I'm looking more towards the fall. I was going to start a class in the summer, but usually summer is very busy with vacations and kids are out of school. But now that the fall is coming, I am going to be starting classes. mostly for the crocheting, not so much for the sewing because I'm still, you know, venturing off into that myself. But for the crocheting, I'm going to be starting classes for people to sign up with.
And you call it Stitch by Britt.
Stitch by Britt, yes.
Very cute. What are some of the ways, Willie, that you give back to the community? I know you've got your gym and some youth programs there.
Yes, the gym, with Fight Factory, a gym that me and a good friend, my trainer, TJ Timothy Nolan, started out of his garage. So we have a couple kids programs, and I make sure, you know, I go and I work with the kids every once in a while, and all of my belts are in the gym, so the kids can actually see, you know, the accomplishments, and it gives them something to strive for. And other than that, I like going to schools and speaking, and different recreation centers, because that's where I came from. You know, like especially like the recreation centers in the inner city. This is places where I boxed. This is places where I grew up training. And, you know, the kids, you know, like I said, I'm more tangible now. So if the kids can see me on HBO and then see me in their recreation center or at Wegmans or at Walmart, you know what I mean? Like, it's more realistic to them. You know, they can see a Floyd Mayweather or LeBron James or Beyonce or your Carrie Hilsons, these different stars on TV, and they'll never be able to reach them. But then you can see me on TV, and then I may show up in a recreation center. So it makes it more realistic. And for the kids to know that I come from the same background you come from. I've played basketball on the same basketball courts you played on. I've been at the same recreation centers. It makes them feel proud, and it makes them feel like I can do this also, because he's just like me. So.
What are some of the stories that you share with kids when you're out doing that? What's the message that you want to drive home for them?
And this is going to sound really cliche, but just to keep pushing. The success of my career is a testament of being very persistent and consistent with my work. There's been so many things that have happened. I've had a lot of low moments. I've lost 2 fights. I've had teams walk out on me and just say, we don't want to work with you no more because you lost. And, you know, I have a solid team now that doesn't feel like that. But these are the things that I've had to deal with. You know, I've had, you know, even in winning, I've had to deal with people disliking me. I'll never understand that. But I just want them to know that goals can be reached if you stay persistent and consistent enough, and don't let what's going on outside of you distract you. And like I said before, it sounds so cliche, but it's so true. It's as simple as that.
What's the reaction that you get from kids and families that see you at Wegmans or see you at a rec center?
The kids are like it's funny because I can hear the faint. It's like really faint. Mommy, that's Willie Monroe, or isn't that kid that just fought on TV? So it's really funny. Like, you know, like they'll try to whisper it. Like one time I was in RGH. I was going to get, you know, some things taken care of after my last fight with my hand and everything, and I heard these 2 girls. They were there with their parents. And I heard him say, that's Willie Monroe, he just fought on TV. So I just kept walking because I didn't want to turn around like, yeah, it's me, you know. I didn't want to turn around and be like kind of arrogant. So I just kept walking. So I'm sitting down in her office, and then her dad walks by and sort of like looks in, but then looks away. Then walks back and looks in, looks away. And then he sort of stops and peeks in. I told him, I said, come on in. And he said, aren't you Willie Monroe? I said, I signed a couple autographs for him and took pictures with him. And I invited him down to the gym too. But I mean, I love the reaction I get, and the reaction that I love the most is when people say, man, you're so humble. Like, you don't act as if you were just on HBO 5 days ago. And I mean, that's the way I was raised by my beautiful grandparents. And, you know, I was taught that the same way God gave you a gift and a talent, he can take it away. So don't misuse or abuse it, and make sure you treat everyone with love and care. And that's what I try to do.
Sure. Brittney, how do your kids react when they see Dad on TV? Is that kind of normal for them now?
Yeah, they love it though. They're in school. They're both of school age. So my daughter goes to school, and they're like, Mom, the kids at school, they said Daddy's a legend.
Oh, wow. That's great. And so soon you'll be taking this belt out on the road. And how can people meet you, and where can we expect to see you next?
I'm doing a huge meet and greet at Villa Marketplace and Marketplace Mall, and I have to give a big thanks to Ricky and Jason Manley. They are the ones who coordinated this, and we're just putting it. They put it together, and there's a time for people to come out and get autographs. Because, like I said, I'm tangible, but like there are going to be people who may never come across me. So this is the time to come out and get autographs, get pictures. The brand new Willie Monroe shirts that we just designed will be for sale that day.
Okay.
And the thing that's special about that is that they're exclusive. This is the first time anyone will be able to get this design. The first time we saw it was when I fought. So the only people that have those shirts right now are the team.
The team.
And you can come on and grab this shirt. I'm making it exclusive to Rochester. And they'll be up on the website soon for everyone to get. But the first batch is exclusive to Rochester, and they're cheaper. Once they go online, the price is going to go up a little bit.
So get them now.
So get them now. And I'm doing
the belt
a deal.
Will be there?
The belt and the other 5 belts will be there also.
Excellent.
So people can come and take pictures. They can hold the belt. They can take pictures with me. They can see what it's like to put a championship belt around their waist.
It's heavy too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. Again, don't miss your chance to meet Willie Monroe Jr. in person. That's Saturday, October 1st at Villa at the Marketplace Mall. You can follow Willie's progress at williemonroejr.com, and you can reach Brittney at stitchbybritt.com for her business. Thanks for joining us on this edition of CityWise. I'm Tiana Stevens, and we'll see you next week.